sisters and brothers, I am Swami Premananda Puri, coming from Lenasia South in Johannesburg, and I'm the president of the ashram Sri Ramakrishna Dham. And before I commence with my little message, I'd like to begin with a little prayer for the benefit of mankind. Om Swasti na Indro Vriddhashtravaha Swasti nah Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti Nastarakshavarishtanemihi Swasti no Brihaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Om. Yes, loving sisters and brothers, you'll find this particular prayer is directed to the benefit of us physically, mentally and spiritually, where all the organs of the body, which plays such an important role in our lives, are being prayed for its total and perfect functioning. We must remember one thing, that this human body is the greatest gift of the Beloved, that is the Lord Himself. And into this body we always realize one important fact, and that is the presence of that Almighty, because He has stated very, very clearly, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhuta Sayastitaha, that, O Arjun, speaking to Arjun, Bhagwan Shri Krishna Ji reveals this, that I am the Self, the Atman, residing in every being. So here we find the presence of the Lord within ourselves. And when we talk of the importance of a human body, its purity is very, very important. We know that important statement, this invaluable statement, it is the pure at heart that shall see God. So purity plays a very important role. So our human body, with all its limbs intact, with all the organs in its perfect condition, is then being prayed for. And when this happens, then you find the human body itself has its perfect functioning. So this is a very, very important situation concerning ourselves, concerning the entire lifespan of each and every individual when it comes to our human value system. Talking about myself, I firstly like to commend, and my heartfelt praise goes out to our Dr. Mohanlall for the treatment that he has given to this particular body, that is of myself. What I went through and the introduction that I have been given, I didn't know Mohanlall. This is the first time that I have met him, but my association with him has really uplifted my being in this contact as to who he is, his humility, the humor that he has got, trying to encourage an individual into the pathway, into what is termed as a good health, etc., etc. So I really like to thank him very much for the treatment that he has given unto me at this very outset. And also I'd like to thank our Dr. N.K.J. Rana, who introduced me. In fact, before Dr. Rana introduced me, I had my loving brother, our Rajan Maharaj from Westville, He had spoken to me about this, but when it comes to these kinds of situation, you seem to have some sort of a doubt unless it's come from authoritative personals. And when it came from Dr. Rana himself about the same situation of me taking this kind of a treatment from Dr. Mohanlall, then I pursued it. So, loving sisters and brothers, concerning my own physical health, the greatest gift that I say in the Ramayana, it is pointed out, Bade Bhagya ye Manush Deh Paya, that it is the great fortune that we have this human body, and whatever we aspire for in our lives will come from this human body. And a good body will mean a good mind. And when it's a good mind, then you could contemplate into whatever you want to, whether it's material or spiritual, irrespective, it comes from the mind. The statement, mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoho, that it is our mind and mind alone that can release us from all aspects of bondages, as well as it can get one into great bondages. So its utility is very, very important. Unfortunately, when I had been to the hospital, and being in hospital for 3 weeks, just having gone for a normal checkup had led me to great difficulties. And it's sad that where one expects to be given the best of the treatment, you find the patient, and that is myself, picked up a number of viruses, bugs, etc., and it caused a great problem to me, both physically and mentally. In fact, it had brought me down so much that I had lost all energy. I had not even that kind of strength to stand on my feet. Those that had seen me will bear witness to what I had gone through, and as a result of which you find my mind is totally taken away from hospitals, etc. But when I was introduced, as I say, through the help of Mr. Rajan Maharaj and Dr. Rana, and gone into the hospital for the treatment, and having just completed my treatment, I felt a different person. I am able to walk, I am able to talk, I could contemplate, I could do whatever I want to do now, and that is all due to the kind of a treatment that I have undergone. Talking about this particular treatment, the external counterpulsation that is in the system through which Dr. Mohanlall operates, it's strange. When Dr. Mohanlall made an assessment at the very outset, before the commencement of the treatment, and in passing, I told Dr. Mohanlall that the hospital had told me one thing, that I have got a very strong heart. And he smiled at me, and when he made a comparison through the records, through the assessment, it was a different result. And then he explained to me what that kind of a strength of the heart was. And this is a reminder to, I think, every individual, don't be carried away with that kind of a statement that you have a very strong heart. Why is the heart strong? What does it mean of a heart being strong? That was emphasized, and records that were given through the assessment it had actually shocked me that I personally was thinking I have got a strong heart, but what was the term, the strong heart? And here it was a revelation. The blood pumped into my heart was insufficient. It was not good enough to be pumped down the arteries to all parts of my body, as a result of which the heart has to work extensively hard, so much so that in the process of its working that hard, the muscular setup in the heart was increased. The heart became strong muscularly, and that is what was picked up from X-rays, etc., through the angiogram that was done, and I was told that the heart is strong. But the heart has to work so much more stronger. And here, when it was pointed out to me that the rating of a heart should be in normal setup about 80, mine was running from 120 plus. So could you imagine how much pressure was being attributed now to the heart's working? And then I went through the system of the treatment. And through this treatment, I could comfortably say that my heart rating right now is in the region of from 75 to 80, around that number, which is very, very good according to Dr. Mohanlall. So I feel very, very good that my body has responded. My mind, of course, could you imagine how elated it is in the treatment that I have taken from Dr. Mohanlall. And now that I have completed the treatment, Dr. Mohanlall has even offered that I should come back, whenever I come down to Durban from Johannesburg, I should come and take more treatment so that I am even better than what I am right now. So the changes that has taken place within my human system, I've got the energy, I could walk, I could talk, as I said, and it has improved my outer being, my outlook tremendously. And as I say, I really commend Dr. Mohanlall for the works that he is doing. I would recommend any personals, whoever be it, and whatever your problems are, don't hesitate to take these kinds of treatment. Here you will find the non-invasive system, in the sense there is no operations, there is no injections, you are not being in any way whatsoever disturbed through the external setup in these kinds of being pricked and cut, etc. But it's a system where the blood is repumped from the foot of an individual into the heart. When the blood that is pumped now into the heart has to repump that blood back to the complete setup of the human body through every pore. Could you imagine how many pores that we have going through the arteries, etc. And in the process, because the heart has got excessive blood that is pumped from the foot, from the feet upwards, it has to repump And the strange phenomena of this system is that the arteries, if they have become weakened, you will find they are opening up. Even arteries blocked are forced to open, and then blood and oxygen are being generated, repumped into all parts of the human body. That is the most important thing. And when this system is in operation, you will find the body then begins to respond. The nervous system begins to respond. Everything becomes so active in the human system, and that is what is needed for a good human body. And when we go through, I must say one thing, sisters and brothers, don't take anything for granted. Generally, when we have small problems, etc., we want to procrastinate. We leave things when it gets to its intensive setup, and when it's the last moment, when I have nothing else, I cannot go anywhere else, then we want to take on to these systems. I think we are making the biggest mistake. But my heartfelt message is this: don't delay. Even if you are feeling fine and you want to make yourself a better person, if nothing, try out the system and you will see the difference for yourself, what you become and what you are. And again, I say I commend and I thank Dr. Mohanlall for all that he has done for me, all that he is doing for the community at large. Though the system is not a recognition through the medical board, irrespective, I commend him, being the only doctor in this field of these kinds of activity, and the studies that he has made, in foreign countries, even in Russia that he has gone and studied. He has made great progress and he knows exactly what he is doing. Try him and see for yourself. Go, take the treatment, see the difference, and you will feel a wonderful person. You will feel re-energized. You will feel who you really want to be to yourself. So God's grace and blessings to Doctor, God's grace and blessings to all the patients that's going up to him for the improvement that they are going through, and also my heartfelt thanks to the department here, to Rakesh for having allowed us to have this little program in this eulogy to Dr. Mohanlall. Thank you very, very much.